Stephen A. Smith announced yesterday on his Twitter that he is now open to running for president. That previously he said it was off the table, but now he, after looking at the country and the state that it's in, and after looking at the lack of candidates, the lack of a bench that Joe talked about, that he is considering a run for president, and that he'll let us know in 2026, 2027 to be sure.
In 2027, I'm going to let you know how the public looks at all that Max Kellerman shit in hindsight.
Trumpish.
That's all I have on the matter.
Trumpish.
I don't have nothing else on the matter. I'm not saying nothing else on the matter. Stephen A. is a friend of the show.
Same.
I fuck with him. I see what he's doing. If you had 2% of whatever, maybe you do the same. Some of his actions over recent years will be called into question if he ends up on. That's all I'm saying.
My advice to him, and I love Stephen A., he's my friend, is you just signed a $100 million deal.
Keep that.
For 5 years. It's $20 million a year. Do not jeopardize the brand. Because once you run for president, half the ESPN audience don't fuck with you. One side or the other. I don't care what you run. Half of them don't fuck with you. And I don't know if you can ever recover that. So unless you're sure you're going to win, and I'm sure he is not.
That's not safe to say.
What?
That you lose half of the ESPN audience.
You will.
You don't know that.
Okay, well, how about that?
You don't know that ESPN as a whole is not really covertly a right-wing channel altogether.
It could be.
Oh, you said it could be more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying it could be worse.
Yeah, no,
remember, he's running as a Democrat. That's the thing. He's going to run as a Democrat. So he's running against MAGA. He's running against J.D. Vance. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying all them NASCAR watching motherfuckers ain't going. They suddenly not going to think that Stephen A. is all right with me. They're going to start saying we don't fuck with him.
Depending on what he says.
And ain't no way to run for president and not say something against them if you run in to win.
I don't know that to be true either, Mark. I don't know that that's true.
I think this. Yeah,
we just said that the Democrats have had a problem with messaging.
Oh, you said if you run and just don't say shit.
Or say something that appeals to all. Or he could get up there on his OJ shit, I don't see color. You don't know what he might say as a black man running.
That's fair. I mean, I would say based on his recent press run, where he's been giving political opinions, but they still think it's cute because he's still mainly talking about basketball. And he could pivot, because people pivot when they run for office. That's fair. But if he don't pivot and he stays the track he's on, I don't think it's worth it. I was asked to run for Green Party vice president in 16, and the reason I didn't
Slow
run.
down for a minute.
What?
Just slow down.
My VP looked like me.
He be saying shit so smooth. You got asked to run for Green Point's
Green Party,
nigga.
Green.
Yeah.
Green
Point, nigga. That's Green Point. That's Brooklyn, nigga.
I thought that's what he was talking about.
Green
You
Party.
can be my Brooklyn
Green
president,
Party,
nigga.
yo.
The Green Party. Jill Stein was at the top of the ticket, and she asked me to be her running mate in 2016. And she called me in July of 2016 and said, "Do you want to run?" And I had the same consideration. I mean, obviously, I wasn't gonna win, but I had the same considerations. Like, assuming I don't win, what's at stake?
Are you single in 2016?
What hour is this in the show?
Three.
Oh yeah, I was single enough. Yeah, I was outside.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But here's what I thought. I thought a couple of things. One, if Donald Trump loses, that's not true. My first thought was financial. When you run for president, you have to leave all your journalism jobs. You cannot have a journalism job and run for political office. So they let you out of your contract to do it. Now, if they fuck with you, because this happens on CNN all the time, all those political commentators that run for Senate, CNN lets them out of their contract, or MSNBC or whoever. They let you out of the contract, and then once your run is over, they just give you a new deal. But if they don't like you, they use that as the out clause and don't give you the new deal. They don't have to give you a new deal, because that's in all the clauses. Stephen A. would be banking that after his run is over, that ESPN would welcome him back with another deal. And they might. And I'm speculating on his deal. He could have a very unique deal, but this is 99% of deals. But if you say the wrong thing on that trail, or something gets exposed, or all these stories come up from the past, I'm not talking about personal stuff, I'm talking about professional stuff, you might be in a worse negotiating position.
Dice.
Yeah, you could be worth $200 million.
I'm on the other side of that.
Or you could be worth...
I think this is the beginning of Stephen A. kissing ESPN goodbye as a whole altogether. I think that he may have learned some things during this negotiation process that left him a little peeved. I don't really know that 20 million number is a number that he was happy with. And if you do this presidential shit, win, lose, or draw, what comes from that, the numbers that these niggas get on the book tip, on the speaking tip, I don't think he's looking at 20 million a year ever again. Peace.
That might be true.
I think this would be the proper propelling of his independent career.
If it goes well.
And now I have a podcast. I don't want to tell you about the money that the Obamas have gotten in podcast world without releasing a thing.
That's
And
true.
you did say
they also won.
And look,
No, that's
Yo,
that's a two-part
you
thing.
did say also if you're a
not
journalist, they let you out your contracts, right?
Yeah. They force you out of your contract.
You can have an out.
Who says it's not consistent? Ish.
The Obamas got multiple podcast bags.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got huge podcasts.
I know they got the one big one.
No, they got multiple big ones, not just one.
Okay.
Yeah. They got, they getting crazy.
Yeah, they
right
got
now.
some different shit.
But again, shit worked out
When
well.
is there going to be a time when Michelle or Barack can't walk in the office and say, "I'm demanding 8
X.
figures to
Yeah,
talk"?
X.
There's not going to be a time where that don't happen.
Fam, you could go do a commencement speech for a university and get 7 figures.
Yeah, but that's because they won. We wouldn't say that about Howard Dean. We wouldn't say that about John Edwards.
You're right.
I mean, there's a lot of people who there was a moment where they were the shit.
John Edwards is rich though. But
Yeah, but he can't get a speech
That's true.
at
I get what
Kings, in front of Kings, right? Like, there's a way that you just can't. I wouldn't risk it if I were him. And then the other thing is, how does your core audience feel about you? The reason I didn't go on the VP ticket was, if Trump wins, and I thought Hillary Clinton was going to win.
I did too.
But I said, if Trump wins and we're the spoiler, black people are going to hate me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying, if JD Vance wins, or if the wrong person wins and he's part of a ticket that took away votes, people are going to resent the shit out of people. People hate tweet me every day for just voting green. Right? They send Jill Stein death threats for being the candidate. I'm just saying, Stephen A. has managed to make a wonderful brand. There's no one like him. He's the best at what he does ever. I don't know. It just seems like too much of a risk with too little of a reward.
New Joe Budden.